we solve this equation, sine x plus cosine x equal to tangent x. Now, first, let's see the possibilities of the angle x, where it locates. So let's see this one. There's unicircle. This is a unicircle. The radius is equal to 1. Now, sine plus cosine is positive. The first quadrant, sine x is positive, cosine is positive, right? Tangent is positive. So first quadrant is possible. Cosine plus sine is equal to tangent. So x in the first quadrant is possible. Now, in the third quadrant, tangent is positive. See? This angle, third quadrant, tangent is positive. But sine and cosine both are negative. Negative plus negative equal to positive is not possible. Therefore, the angle x in third quadrant is not possible. So the third quadrant is out. The angle x would not be in third quadrant. Now, let's see the fourth quadrant. If the angle is in the fourth quadrant, now the critical value is this is the one, right? This tangent is negative 1. See, tangent is negative. Sine, this is a sine. This is a cosine for the x that in the angle x is in the fourth quadrant. So cosine is positive, sine is negative. The summation is equal to negative 1. That is not okay. Do you see what I mean? Okay, let me say this way. If the angle in the fourth quadrant, the tangent would be negative. Now, I'm sure that the angle cannot be more than this negative number, this negative angle, because sine plus cosine will never be negative more than negative 1. I mean less than negative 1. See, cosine is positive, sine is negative. The summation could never be more than negative 1. I mean less than negative 1. Therefore, the angle, only possibility is this range. That means the angle cannot be go over beyond this 45 degrees, because otherwise tangent will be more than negative 1. But even in this range, the angle of x, the sine x, the maximum minimum value of the sine, which is root 2 over 2. Cosine is positive. The summation could never be negative 1. Well, therefore, the possibility for x in fourth quadrant is not possible. It's not possible. Now, second quadrant. Second quadrant is this angle, right? This is the angle in the second quadrant. Now, that would be that will be my tangent, which is negative. And this will be my sine, which is positive. This will be my cosine, which is negative. This plus this is equal to this. This is negative. This is negative. This is positive. Obviously, this is possible, right? You see, this line is longer than that. Therefore, the summation could be negative. Negative just is equivalent to that one. So the angle in the second quadrant is possible. So this is possible. This is possible. So before I'm solving this equation, I know that x can locate only first and second quadrant. This and that is out. Then we solve this. We try to solve this equation, right? Now let me put S stand for sine, C stands for cosine, T stands for tangent. And this is x. This is a tangent of x. This is a 1, right? So tangent x is equal to t. So the hypotenuse is equal to t squared plus 1. So my equation becomes t over t squared plus 1 plus 1 t squared plus 1 is equal to t. And then you have t plus 1 is equal to t square root t squared plus 1. Then we square in both sides. Then we simplify. We get this equation for t to the fourth power minus 2t minus 1 equal to 0. So that is the quartic equation for tangent x. Now we have I'm not discussing the way how to solve the quartic equation. Well, we know that there's a way to solve it, right? Or you can use Newton's approximation method, or use iteration. Okay. Whichever we can find t is equal to 1.4 or negative 0.473. So with one way or the other, we can find a solution for this equation. 1.4 and negative 0.473. As we discussed before, that x can only locate first quadrant and the second quadrant. So this will be the angle in the first quadrant. Therefore, t is equal to 1.4, then x is equal to, using arctangent, right? It's 0.9505. Approximation, huh? So, approximation. Now, t equal to negative 0.473, then x is equal to negative 0.044182. That is the angle in the fourth quadrant. This angle is not good because as we analyzed, fourth quadrant is not possible. Therefore, x is equal to, we convert this one into second quadrant, it's just plus pi, and 2.69977. So that angle is okay because in the second quadrant. So we have two solutions. One is this, one is that. See, this question now is very interesting. The analyzation is more than just the calculation. So then the general solution just adding on to n pi, right? Just adding on to n pi, you come up with the general solution. N is an integer. Yeah, this is a very good question, particularly in the analyzation of the possible value of an angle. I have another video says the sine plus cosine plus tangent is equal to 2. So if you're interested, you may check the other video, and then comparing this question on it, you will understand better for analyzing the angle in 4 quadrants. Thank you for watching.